Social software, also known as Web 2.0 applications or social apps, include communication tools and interactive tools often based on the Internet. Communication tools typically handle the capturing, storing and presentation of communication, usually written but increasingly including audio and video as well. Interactive tools handle mediated interactions between a pair or group of users. They focus on establishing and maintaining a connection among users, facilitating the mechanics of conversation and talk. Although we do not have a generally accepted definition, but by social software we mean software that makes collaborative behavior, the organization and molding of communities, self-expression, social interaction and feedback possible for individuals. Another important element of existing definition of social software is that it allows structured mediation of opinion between people, in a centralized or self-regulating manner. The most improved area for social software is that Web 2.0 applications can all promote cooperation between people and the creation of online communities more than ever before. Types: instant messaging. An instant messaging application or client allows one to communicate with another person over a network in real time, in relative privacy. Popular, consumer-oriented clients include AOL Instant Messenger, Google Hangouts, ICQ, Meebo, MSN Messenger, Pigeon, and Yahoo Messenger. Instant messaging software designed for use in business includes IBM SameTime, XMPP and Microsoft Messenger. One can add friends to a contact or buddy list by entering the person's email address or Messenger ID. If the person is online, their name will typically be listed as available for chat. Clicking on their name will activate a chat window with space to write to the other person, as well as read their reply. Text chat, internet relay chat and other online chat technologies allow users to join and communicate with many people at once, publicly. Users may join a pre-existing chat room or create a new one about any topic. Once inside, you may type messages that everyone else in the room can read, as well as respond to, from others. Often there is a steady stream of people entering and leaving. Whether you are in another person's chat room or one you've created yourself, you are generally free to invite others online to join you in that room. Collaborative software. The goal of collaborative software, also known as groupware, such as Moodle, landing pages, enterprise architecture, and SharePoint, is to allow subjects to share data, such as files, photos, text, etc., for the purpose of project work or schoolwork. The intent is to first form a group and then have them collaborate among each other. Clay Shirky defines social software as software that supports group interaction. Since groupware supports group interaction, it would consider it to be social software. Internet forums originally modeled after the real-world paradigm of electronic bulletin boards of the world before Internet was born. Internet forums allow users to post a topic for others to review. Other users can view the topic and post their own comments in a linear fashion, one after the other. Most forums are public, allowing anybody to sign up at any time. A few are private, gated communities where new members must pay a small fee to join, like the Something Awful forums. Forums can contain many different categories in a hierarchy according to topics and subtopics. Other features include the ability to post images or files or to quote another user's post with special formatting in one's own post. Forums often grow in popularity until they can boast several thousand members posting replies to tens of thousands of topics continuously. There are various standards and claimants for the market leaders of each software category. Various add-ons may be available, including translation and spelling correction software, depending on the expertise of the operators of the bulletin board. In some industry areas, the bulletin board has its own commercially successful achievements. Free and paid hard copy magazines as well as professional and amateur sites. Current successful services have combined new tools with the older newsgroup and mailing list paradigm to produce hybrids like Yahoo Groups and Google Groups. Also, as a service catches on, it tends to adopt characteristics and tools of other services that compete. Over time, for example, Wiki user pages have become social portals for individual users and may be used in place of other portal applications. Wikis. In the past, web pages were only created and edited by web designers that had the technological skills to do so. Today there are many tools that can assist individuals with web content editing. Wikis allow novices to be on the same level as experienced web designers because wikis provide easy rules and guidelines. Wikis allow all individuals to work collaboratively on web content without having knowledge of any markup languages. A wiki is made up of many content pages that are created by its users. Wiki users are able to create, edit, and link related content pages together. The user community is based on the individuals that want to participate to improve the overall wiki. The participating users are in a democratic community where any users can edit other users' work. Examples include Wikipedia, Wiktionary, the original Portland Pattern Repository Wiki, Meatball Wiki, Community Wiki and Wikisource. For more detail on free and commercially available wiki systems, see comparison of wiki software. Blogs, short for weblogs, are like online journals for a particular person. The owner will post a message periodically, allowing others to comment. Topics often include the owner's daily life, views on politics or a particular subject important to them. Blogs mean many things to different people, ranging from online journal to easily updated personal website. While these definitions are technically correct, they fail to capture the power of blogs as social software. Beyond being a simple homepage or an online diary, some blogs allow comments on the entries, thereby creating a discussion forum. They also have blog roles and indicate their social relationship to those other bloggers using the XFN social relationship standard. Pingback and trackback allow one blog to notify another blog, creating an inter-blog conversation. Blogs engage readers and can build a virtual community around a particular person or interest. Examples include Slashdot, LiveJournal, Blogspot. Blogging has also become fashionable in business settings by companies who use software such as IBM Connections. Collaborative real-time editors. Simultaneous editing of a text or media file by different participants on a network was first demonstrated on research systems as early as the 1970s, but is now practical on a global network. Collaborative real-time editing is now utilized, for example, in film editing and on services such as Google Docs. Prediction markets. Many prediction market tools have become available that make it easy to predict and bet on future events. This is a more formal version of social interaction, although it qualifies as a robust type of social software. Social network services. Social network services allow people to come together online around shared interests, hobbies or causes. For example, some sites provide meeting organization facilities for people who practice the same sports. Other services enable business networking and social event meetups. Some large wikis have effectively become social network services by encouraging user pages and portals. Anyone can create their own social networking service using hosted offerings like Ning, or more flexible, installable software like Dolphin Pro, Elg Social Networking Engine, BuddyPress, Social Engine, Oxwheel, Status.net or Concursiv's Concourse Connect. Social network search engines. Social network search engines are a class of search engines that use social networks to organize, prioritize or filter search results. There are two subclasses of social network search engines: those that use explicit social networks and those that use implicit social networks. Explicit social network search engines allow people to find each other according to explicitly stated social relationships such as XFN social relationships. XHTML Friends Network, for example, allows people to share their relationships on their own sites, thus forming a decentralized, distributed online social network, in contrast to centralized social network services listed in the previous section. Implicit social network search engines allow people to filter search results based upon classes of social networks they trust, such as a shared political viewpoint. This was called an epistemic filter in the 1993 State of the Future report from the American Committee for the United Nations University, which predicted that this would become the dominant means of search for most users, lacking trustworthy explicit information about such viewpoints. This type of social network search engine mines the web to infer the topology of online social networks. For example, the Neustrover search engine infers social networks from content, sites, blogs, pods and feeds, by examining, among other things, subject matter, link relationships, and grammatical features to infer social networks. Deliberative social networks. Deliberative social networks are webs of discussion and debate for decision-making purposes. They are built for the purpose of establishing sustained relationships between individuals and the government. They rely upon informed opinion and advice that is given with a clear expectation of outcomes. Commercial social networks. Commercial social networks are designed to support business transaction and to build a trust between an individual and a brand, which relies on opinion of product ideas to make the product better, enabling customers to participate with the brands in promoting development, service delivery and a better customer experience. An example of these networks is Dell IdeaStorm. Social Guides. A social guide recommending places to visit or contains information about places in the real world such as coffee shops, restaurants and Wi-Fi hotspots, etc. One such application is Wikivoyage. Social bookmarking. Some websites allow users to post their list of bookmarks or favorites websites for others to search and view them. These sites can also be used to meet others sharing common interests. As such, use of social bookmarking sites is an effective tool for search engine optimization and social media optimization for webmasters. Examples include Dig, Delicious, StumbleUpon, Reddit, and Furl. Enterprise bookmarking is a method of tagging and linking any information using an expanded set of tags to capture knowledge about data. It collects and indexes these tags in a web infrastructure server residing behind the firewall. Users can share knowledge tags with specified people or groups, shared only inside specific networks, typically within an organization. Examples of this software are Knowledge Plaza, Jumper 2.0, IBM Dog Ear, and ConnectBeam. Social viewing. Social viewing allows multiple users to aggregate from multiple sources and view online videos together in a synchronized viewing experience. Social cataloging. In social cataloging, much like social bookmarking, this software is aimed towards academics. It allows the user to post a citation for an article found on the Internet or a website. Online database like Academic Search Premier or LexisNexis Academic University, a book found in a library catalog and so on. These citations can be organized into predefined categories or a new category defined by the user through the use of tags. This allows academics researching or interested in similar areas to connect and share resources. Social libraries. This application allows visitors to keep track of their collectibles, books, records, and DVDs. Users can share their collections. Recommendations can be generated based on user ratings, using statistical computation and network theory. Some sites offer a buddy system, as well as virtual checkouts of items for borrowing among friends. Folksonomy or tagging is implemented on most of these sites. Social online storage. Social online storage applications allow their users to collaboratively create file archives containing files of any type. Files can either be edited online or from a local computer which has access to the storage system. Such systems can be built upon existing server infrastructure or leverage idle resources by applying P2P technology. Such systems are social because they allow public file distribution and direct file sharing with friends. Social network analysis. Social network analysis tools analyze the data connection graphs within social networks and information flow across those networks to identify groups and trends. They fall into two categories: professional research tools, such as Mathematica, used by social scientists and statisticians, and consumer tools, such as Wolfram Alpha, which emphasize ease of use. See list at social network analysis software. Virtual worlds. Virtual worlds are services where it is possible to meet and interact with other people in a virtual environment reminiscent of the real world. Thus the term virtual reality. Typically, the user manipulates an avatar through the world, interacting with others using chat or voice chat. Massively multiplayer online games. MMOGs are virtual worlds that add various sorts of point systems, levels, competition and winners and losers to virtual world simulation. Commercial MMOGs include EverQuest and World of Warcraft. Non-game worlds. Another development are the worlds that are less game-like or not games at all. Games have points, winners and losers. Instead, some virtual worlds are more like social networking services like MySpace and Facebook, but with 3D simulation features. Examples include Second Life, Active Worlds, The Sims Online and their economies. Very often a real economy emerges in these worlds, extending the non-physical service economy within the world to service providers in the real world. Experts can design dresses or hairstyles for characters, go on routine missions for them and so on, and be paid in-game money to do so. This emergence has resulted in expanding social possibility and also in increased incentives to cheat. In the case of Second Life, the in-world economy is one of the primary features of the world. Some MMOG companies even have economists employed full-time to monitor their in-game economic systems. Other specialized social applications. There are many other applications with social software characteristics that facilitate human connection and collaboration in specific contexts. Social project management and e-learning applications are among these. Social software vendor lists. Various analyst firms have attempted to list and categorize the major social software vendors in the marketplace. Jeremiah O. Yang of Forrester Research has listed 50 community software platforms. Independent analyst firm Real Story Group has categorized what it calls the 25 most significant social software vendors, which it evaluates head-to-head. Politics and journalism. Use of social software for politics has also expanded drastically, especially over 2004 to 2006, to include a wide range of social software, often closely integrated with services like phone trees and deliberative democracy forums and run by a candidate, party or caucus. Collective forms of online journalism have emerged more or less in parallel, in part to keep the political spin in check. The open politics theory emerged to counter the hype of the open-source politics claims being made by very many politicians. Comparison of communication and interactive tools. Communication tools are generally asynchronous. By contrast, interactive tools are generally synchronous, allowing users to communicate in real time or near synchronous. Communication involves the content of talk, speech or writing, whereas interaction involves the interest users establish in one another as individuals. In other words, a communication tool may want to make access and searching of text both simple and powerful. An interactive tool may want to present as much of a user's expression, performance and presence as possible. The organization of texts and providing access to archived contributions differs from the facilitation of interpersonal interactions between contributors enough to warrant the distinction in media. Emerging technologies. Emerging technological capabilities to more widely distribute hosting and support much higher bandwidth in real time are bypassing central content arbiters in some cases. Virtual presence. Widely viewed, virtual presence or telepresence means being present via intermediate technologies, usually radio, telephone, television or the Internet. In addition, it can denote apparent physical appearance, such as voice, face and body language. More narrowly, the term virtual presence denotes presence on World Wide Web locations, which are identified by URLs. People who are browsing a website are considered to be virtually present at web locations. Virtual presence is a social software in the sense that people meet on the web by chance or intentionally. The ubiquitous communication transfers behavior patterns from the real world and virtual worlds to the web.